To the story now, as part of Xiluva's one-year anniversary celebrations, the party's leadership, led by Bongani Baloyi, is promoting the party's vision today at the MTN Noord Taxi Rank in Johannesburg. Xiluva was formed on this day back in 2023. When the party was launched, Baloyi said it was unique because it was centered on the values of Ubuntu, family, non-racialism and ethical leadership. For more on the story now, let's bring in our reporter Natasha, Phiri, who's live at the Noord Taxi Rank. So Natasha, thank you so much for your time. So talk to us about the founding values of Xiluva as a political party.
Thank you so much, Mkolisi, and of course to our agenda viewers, like you've coming to you live from the heart of Johannesburg, just opposite to the Noord Taxi Rank. And as Xiluva celebrates 1 year of its existence, they will be cleaning up the area around me. You're quite correct. The party is founded on principles, racialism and family values. And of course, we're joined by Xiluva's party president, Mr. Bongani Baloyi. You would know that he's a former Action SA Gauteng provincial chairperson, and before that he had served as the mayor of the Midvaal local municipality. Thank you so much for joining us on SABC News, Mr. Baloyi. So, in marking 1 year of Xiluva, you've decided to and clean up Noord. Before we talk about your let's talk about the party's principles, Ubuntu, multiracialism and family values. What does this mean to you? But I mean, as a political party, how do these values actually help shape the country?
Look, I think one must clarify to South Africans that my past association with the other parties is a thing of the past. I am no longer a former student, so I'm a student of Xiluva. That's my only association with politics at this point in time. And decisive and intentional about moving away from Western ideologies that erode our sense of values as African people. That's why we said for this political party, Ubuntu is going to be the ideology. The values accompanying that will be multiracialism, it will be family, it will be community, because we believe in a communitarian society. So it's quite important that black people must start moving away from dating into foreign cultures, but rather moving back to who they are themselves. And Xiluva is that party that has really ignited that sense of Africanism and a collective awakening of our conscience as a country. So we are quite proud of that, because it means that we are going back to ourselves as Africans and choosing politics from our essence without removing who we are as a people. Now, Ubuntu means we embrace amasiko, isintu, including and the custodians of Ubuntu, which is Amakosi, who are also the custodian of land in this country. So we're not confused about who is the custodian of Ubuntu and the custodian of land. These are leaders who have been usurped their powers by the Constitution.
Let's talk about the name. Xiluva derives from the Tsonga word meaning flowers, which is a very beautiful name. But do you feel that the name Xiluva is inclusive enough? Would you think it probably denotes or slants rather to a political denomination, or rather maybe racial group or something?
It's always interesting to hear that question, because had I called it a flower, you would not ask me that because it's in English. The problem with our Africans is that we generally believe yonke into that must be validated, must be in English, and we have chosen to assimilate into a system or culture of whiteness or the Western type of culture. That's why we said Xiluva is that we're going to birth, which is a flower. These are flowers. Revolution. So before there was a revolution, what did it give? And we are saying what it gave us, the flowers of the revolution, who must take the baton from those who gave us this democracy to the next level. So effectively, the name Xiluva is a beautiful name. So to get imbali means you must work. You must clean, you must plant, you must nurture, you must water for you to enjoy what comes out of it. That's exactly what we're doing today. We planted a year ago. Today we're here to look after this beautiful plant of ours. Alone. I've got a group of people next to me, in front of me and behind me, who believe in this unique vision. We have bought into the beautiful vision of Xiluva.
Talking about reaping the rewards of what you sow, how many members do you have on a national basis? And I mean, I was just reading through your party. I mean, you aim to between the ages of 18 and 48. What about those who are old? I have bought into the concept of Xiluva. Why not attract them?
The primary target is those between the ages of 18 and 49. So when you understand the plight of those between the ages of 18 and 49, you also understand that their parents and they are still dependent on their parents. So if we deal with this voting cohort, we're actually relieving our parents. So our secondary target market is our parents, who the socio-economic state of the country bear the full brunt. Our kokobe took a pension, but they are still looking after their children, including their grandchildren. So government has given a situation where our grandparents cannot enjoy their pension but still look after their children who are unemployed, who are unemployable, and some who are drug addicts and alcohol addicts as well. So we firmly believe that this is the right market to because these are future rates, should be current taxpayers of this country, should be the working class of this country, but have been relegated to just wallow in nothingness.
Mr. Baloyi, you speak about the ideologies of your political party. I liked your tweet yesterday. You logical difference between Xiluva and the MK party. You further go on to say that Xiluva introduced Ubuntu as a political ideology. You spoke about Ubuntu earlier on when it was formed last year. Unpack this.
As we are reflecting and enjoying our one-year anniversary, we're also reflecting on the impact on Xiluva in the body politics of the country. You see, we can language with a different ideology. Today, that ideology and language is not only spoken in Xiluva. People laughed at me then, but now other parties are speaking the same thing. My hands, which is something that is powerful because when people mimic you, it's the best form of appreciation. Where the brain's trust of this revolution and where we are going. So what I'm merely stating with that tweet is Xiluva has contributed immensely, that beyond what people see, and people must start to understand when people mimic you, and we've actually influenced others who are coming today to speak about the very same things we started speaking about a year ago.
Preempt what's going to happen post the polls, but if the MK party were to but we're willing to speak to you because it's clear you say you share the same ideologies of Ubuntu. Would you be open to speaking to them?
They are following our ideology. So at this stage, we have no policy on who we're going to talk to after elections. We are going to go to elections without any entanglement. We have not spoken to MK. We have not spoken to any other party. We are just moving along by our own self. So that's the position at this stage. After elections, when South Africans said, we trust you, we've given you the vote, situation where we'll apply our minds and talk to. But obviously ideology is a very important thing for us.
So we've been asking every political party that we've been interviewing and following who their funders are. As Xiluva, who are your funders?
You are speaking to him. You can see this party is a party that's founded with 20 rands here, 30 rands here.
But your posters are everywhere.
Let me
driving to work from Kelvin. You've got so many posters.
We printed 1,000 posters. The posters that we had printed cost us about 18 rand per poster because it's those that you must still stick on something. So then we also asked Nyaza with the State of the Province address posters, which were littered and we had to recycle them because they're all over our communities. So 20 with a bit of glue as well. So 1,000. You see, it tells you we come from mothers who are strong, who are able to take 10 rand and make it look like 100 rand. So those people are still advising us that don't put here, put here, put here. That's why today you can believe because of what we have done and the timing and where we have put them gives this impression that we have all these things. So don't. In fact, I must appeal to viewers of SABC, those who deep. And those who believe in what we believe in, we are open to speaking to. Come with your money, but we don't want more Oppenheimer money. You see, they have really consolidated the opposition there, where you find an Oppenheimer group of political parties who are ready for the next stage, which is consolidation. We are not part of that thing. We don't want people who have those ambitions to do that to us. We accept people who don't want anything from us, who believe in what we are believing, who are staunch believers on Ubuntu, and the fact that the land must belong to our Makhosi as custodians of this country.
Also, going back to that question, how many members do you have? You're a year old now. How many members do you have? And I think, what are you expecting post the polls? A seat, maybe in the Gauteng, in the National Assembly?
We will definitely, in Parliament. Legislature. That's where we are building from. We've got a 15-year plan of where we want to be over a period of time because leverage on resources of government when we are there to be able to spread ourselves. We don't have money now to even contest in Limpopo when we've got members there, but because 1,000 rand just to register. Just imagine that. So what we are saying is that in terms of membership, we're just below 40,000 members in the country at this stage. And the process of IEC to go and get these signatures assisted us because we're able to build constituencies, and also in Gauteng as well. So we're quite a good party that's on the up and coming. And I really think South Africans are going to be shocked at this stage because we've really invested ourselves on the ground. We went to where people are. When you go to informal settlements, Xiluva, that's the heartbeat of Xiluva. On township, that's the heartbeat of Xiluva. And as well.
Talking about going today, you've targeted this area, want to clean this area. Why specifically downtown Johannesburg?
Look, we are here to also reflect on 30 years of democracy of the country. And the ANC has given us a democracy and a state of the country that looks like this place where we are exactly. It's filthy, it's dirty, high unemployment. Institution just across here, there's a famous place here, Diplomat. Some people know what happens there. There's everything wrong happening here which resembles the country where we are today. So we are coming here to clean up this area, to show South Africans that we are not afraid to go to where the heart of the problems are. Looks like South Africa at this point in time. So when we reflect on 30 years of democracy, our conclusion is that the country looks exactly like this place looks like.
And Mr. Baloyi, lastly, as you're here, we've seen a lot of political parties campaigning, yes, cleaning up, going to churches. But do you get the message across as a political party to actually educate voters? Will be an election year like instead of having 2 ballot papers, you have 3. Do you engage with people? Because I mean, you know, oftentimes we hear political parties saying that the IEC must do more in terms of voting. But you, as Xiluva, as you'll be engaging with people here, will you be telling them about the importance of voting their area, the importance of maybe special votes if they won't be voting on the voting day, and the ballot papers as well? Absolutely.
I think we share a responsibility to educate voters and equally conduct ourselves in a responsible manner and avoid disinformation as well. To educate our members, because it's in our interest for our members when they walk into the booth to know to do the right thing. So what we say to our when you walk into the booth, you'll get 3 ballot papers if you are in that respective province. If you are not in that province, you'll get 1 ballot paper. The paper, you won't get the provincial ballot, you only get the national ballot paper. But when you are there, for Xiluva's placement is also strategic. You go at the bottom of the ballot paper. All 3 ballot papers, you go to the bottom. Last page at the bottom, you'll find a party with an X, you make your X next to your X. So I think IEC must also leverage on what we are doing and share this video with them so they understand that voters, when you go into the ballot, on the 3 ballot papers, open your page, go at the very bottom, look for a party where you're going to make your X. It's called Xiluva. This beautiful flower. Okay. Mr.
Baloyi, let me leave you to the cleaning and we'll be following you around. Hopefully you'll be doing a good job of cleaning up these streets. Thank you so much. Mr. Bongani Baloyi, the president of Xiluva. And of course, as they mark a year old, they're here in the streets of Johannesburg, just opposite the Noord Taxi Rank, just to clean up. But I mean, he's been highlighting very important points, you know, just talking about the principles of the party, what Xiluva stands for, how many members they actually have, and what he hopes will happen post the elections. He says that he's confident that the party will make it to the National Assembly and at least will have 1 seat in the Gauteng's provincial legislation. So let's also get down and dirty, follow the party around, and also engage with members of this community and members of Xiluva as to what they feel about this very political party. Does it speak to their needs as South Africans or does it not? With that said, it's back to your studio.
All right, that's our very own Natasha Phiri bringing us the latest conversations there. Thanks very much indeed for that update.